Hi, my name is John O'Landon. I'm not important, but I'm making this video to explain why I'm donating to Dr. Jordan Peterson's legal fund. He's being forced by the Ontario College of Psychologists to take social media re-education in order to keep his clinical license. They're doing this because of literally a few people complained to them about some of his tweets. Out of the millions of people who saw these tweets, a few of them thought they were mean. And apparently, that's all it takes to be reprimanded by government mandated professional regulating bodies here in Canada, if that alone doesn't shake you to the core. So, I'm going to provide a link to a detailed explanation of the case. So, you might ask yourself why I would want to donate to a voluntary legal fund of a very successful rich person. Jordan Peterson, he's not just any rich person. I mean, just like I've paid to see him speak or purchased his books because I get great value from them, the value that my kids and really this whole country will get from this legal fight that he's taking on is immeasurably greater. If he wins this, it'll set a precedent that greatly secures our freedoms and liberties as Canadians. I want my kids to grow up in a society where they can trust their doctors are telling them the truth, where their teachers are not bound by law to lie to them about basic fundamental reality as they are today. Regardless of Jordan's personal success, I just don't feel that it's fair that he takes this massive burden on himself for all of us. But it is a huge financial burden. And the least we can do is pitch in to share the load because he's doing it for us. He doesn't need his Ontario clinical license. He doesn't even have the time to do clinical work anymore. He's doing this to protect the foundation of our society. I've included a link to his GoFundMe in the description. I've put a little bit of money in myself, and I think really everyone that appreciates what he does should at least put in a few bucks. Now, Dr. Peterson, if you see this, I want to thank you. I was a big fan before the pandemic, but the pandemic was hard. And I'm not saying it was harder for me than anyone else, but personally, in March 2020, not only did I almost lose my business, but I also started a separation process with my ex-wife. I had to figure out how to create a new home, protect my access to my kids, and operate as a single dad. And I live in Toronto, which was locked down the longest, and I had to figure out how to keep my business alive and pay my employees while only being able to work a maximum of 2 or 3 half days a week. There was just no relief valve, but I made it through, and I'm definitely stronger for it. But you helped me, so I'm behind you, and I know all your fans are, and really all Canadians should be. There should probably be a protest about this. Go give them hell.